Hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to my channel, The Burgos Art. Now I know I said I was going to try and keep these at a minimum, but I couldn't help it. So today is going to be another shop vlog. I was feeling kind of down, just wanted to go out, walk in the streets, enjoy the nice weather, and I happened to walk into my local, $1 store, and next to that was a thrift store or a secondhand store. And I picked up some stuff in there that got my creative juices flowing. So I wanted to share with you. First things first, I have this Ninja brand Ninja playset. This is obviously a knockoff Ninja Turtles toy. It's Halloween, so the entire store is filled with, literally this store was pirate, knights, and ninjas. That's all the costumes were, and they were all really cheap, like in how they look. But you can't go wrong with Ninja brand Ninja products. So I went ahead and I got this sucker. Let me see if I can take him off. It is Donatello's bow staff, or rather, it's the mold that the, I guess, official toys use. But some knockoff brand in China or something got their hands on it. And ideally, you take these two pieces, you screw them together. Let's see how well they actually fit. Let me see. And you have yourself a little miniature bow staff. It's cute. It's nice. It actually has a stamp on it, made in China. Random numbers. Anyway, I picked these guys up because I figured I could use them for something. The texture detail of the wood and cloth is really nice. With a little bit of paint, these can really pop. So I was thinking I could probably use these as the bases of other weapons. Like I could make an axe or a dagger, but I got these because the possibilities are pretty big, so I wanted to pick those up. Once again, speaking of Halloween, I picked up these. I grabbed 3 of these little molded skulls. Now, the whole idea is that the skull number 1 is covered in glitter, which goes everywhere. But you turn it on and the lights change colors from red to green to blue, etc. Which is nice. I didn't really care about that. I might even pop out the eyes and the battery pack and hold on to the LEDs for the future. But the real reason I got this is because this skull is actually really well done in terms of anatomy. Like, it's really anatomically correct for like a cheap toy, which was $1, literally $1. Has a movable jaw. The proportions are great. I grabbed 3 of these. I plan to take these with a light sponge. I'll sand off as much glitter as possible. And then I'll mount it on something, maybe like a really thin PVC pipe. And I plan to use these as maquette stands. Pretty much what that means is I plan to sculpt over these. So I have the skull, and rather than do everything from clay from the very start, I already have a laid out, anatomically correct skull that I can then use to sculpt characters. So yeah, for anyone out there who's looking to do miniature maquettes, but can't find a good stand for it, like an iron or even an aluminum neck to bend around, I say go to your local stores right now, since Halloween in the US is coming right around the corner. Pick up a few skulls that look as anatomically correct as possible and start making a whole bunch of little miniature stands. I suggested this to a friend just a few hours ago, and I was like, wait, why don't I try it? So I have 3 of these, and hopefully I'll make some good stuff from this. Also from the thrift store, just because I wanted to, I picked up this. It's a Zurg. It's like an official Toy Story toy, Zurg. This thing was like $2.50. Someone got rid of it. It has 9 ammo altogether. This one of those pop guns. You pull it back, it loads, and then whoop, shoots one of these bad boys out. I have no real idea if I'm going to use it for a project. I most likely won't use it for a project, but damn it, this thing was awesome, and I love it, so I picked this up. But let's actually get back more to the art. This, I want to show you guys. I'm currently working on a project that requires a lot of molding. Rather than work with clay, then do a rubber mold around it, and then cast it in resin, and all the steps. I decided, you know what, this piece could work as a standalone. I'm just going to go ahead and use some kind of epoxy clay. Now, if you guys see my videos in the past, you know I've used Fix-It clay. Fix-It is really good for fine details. A lot of people use it for figurines. There's a stuff called the green stuff or the blue stuff, depends on which one you use. People use for miniatures, really fine detail miniatures. Once again, an epoxy clay. But I was looking for something that's accessible and easy. Fix-It clay, you gotta order online. The green stuff, you gotta order it online, usually. But then I was walking around in Manhattan, and I came across, no, correction, I was in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, I came across Freeform Sculpt. This is an epoxy, so there's one right here. And behind me, as I fall out of my chair, is two. This is an epoxy sculpt. They have Freeform Sculpt and Freeform Foam. Ideally, you get the foam and you do a light inner structure because this foam is lightweight, and then you use this on top. If you use this for the entire structure, it'll be kind of heavy. It's like using plaster all around as opposed to plaster and maybe a lightweight interior. Luckily, I'm using this on figurines, which is my recent project. I'm working on a figurine that I started a long time ago and then just gave up on because it was not coming out the way I wanted it to. But now that I can go back to it, I stripped down the figurine and I've been slowly molding this stuff around it. This stuff, for two of these, and they're pretty hefty, $25. Smooth On finally jumped on the bandwagon and said, you know what, we shouldn't just make molding material and casting material. Let's make epoxy clay because everyone's doing customized figurines. This stuff is great. Be aware, it is a more water-soluble material. What I mean is, this stuff is tacky as heck. It is great because it'll stick to your figurine. You can, make sure it won't just chip off once it dries. It like holds onto it. But because it's very tacky, you have to wet your fingers to mold it. You have to wet your tools to mold it. Basically, you have to take your time with it. You do a general structure. You wet your hands, do a general structure, let that dry. Then you come back and do the finer details. You cannot sculpt this like clay, despite the fact that it says sculpt in it. It's more like you do a piece, let it dry, do a piece, let it dry, keep your hands wet, and slowly do smooth material. As for more angular pieces, like robot heads with square angles, don't know how well this will work, but then again, practice makes perfect. So yeah, I picked this up, picked up some toys, picked up some props in the making. These are I'm gonna do something with these, dang it, I will. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these videos because this, as I said before, the this video and the one beforehand, the shop vlog, is meant to show you what I'm doing now to lead into the future. As I said, I'm working on sculpture work, primarily figurines. So you will see a figurine piece in the near future. I'm trying to get back into more prop work now that Halloween's coming around, give you guys ideas. So you will see a few more videos on prop work and ideas for sculpture. If you want to get into sculpting but don't know how to start, grab a skull. It's Halloween. Find yourself a nice Halloween skull, something small, and use that to build a character around it. And if anything, else comes up, get yourself a Nerf gun. It's fun. Anyway, guys, yeah, that was it. Really short, just a heads up what I'm doing. And as always, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.